Hey guys, this is Steve again, live to my Path Outdoors, outside on another gorgeous day here in March, March 26th, I think. Spring is here, and it's actually a little early. The temperature started getting spring like about a month ago instead of a week ago. And with spring comes all the other good things around the house. We got our garden, had our garden journal going for a while. Thank you guys for watching that. Yard mowing time is here. You can probably actually hear my neighbor's mower in the backyard, or in the background. But tomorrow we'll probably get on theirs. And before we did, we want to show y'all a few things that you find in your yard that most of the time we call weeds, but they can be edible and very nutritious for you. And we're going to go around and see just 2 or 3 little things here in our yard that are already sticking up everywhere. We'll be right back with you. Alright guys, one of the most abundant things that we have in our area is the wild onion. There's plenty of them here in the yard. Got a tops on them, look like an onion, break it off, smell it, smells like an onion. We've already got a clump dug up here. Usually you will have to dig them with something, because when you go to try to pull them, the tops just break off. Find your stick, your knife, whatever you got handy, shovel, always good. You actually get a pretty good one clump of little bitty teeny tiny onions. We make as much onion as maybe one good sized one. You just separate them out of the clump of dirt there, shake it off, pull them out, whatever you want to do. Come out fairly easy. And we'll bring them up there and give you a little close up of what we're looking at. Okay, we brought these up here so you can see them a little better. Little small, little bitty onions, just like what you can grow in your garden, buy at the store, except these are free and usually called weeds. They got to do, as you can see, they got the blades on them too. The blades are edible as well. These are the bulbs that are under the ground. All I got to do is either wash them gently in some water or peel off this outer layer just like you would any other onion. And what you got left is a nice clean white bulb. That's not perfectly clean, because my hands aren't perfectly clean, but it's clean enough. Let's see what we got here. Very, very good. Add a lot of flavor to some salads. Oops, I dropped a piece. Fry them up. About do anything you wanted to with a regular onion, you can do with those wild ones. Okay guys, here we have some curly dock. That's what it's commonly called. This will be used as a green, of course. Wide leaf on it. It does grow into a larger plant, but usually not around here because it gets cut down a little too soon. You can eat these raw or cooked like any other green. Only thing you want to be careful with is, of course, clean them first real good. But you don't want to eat a whole lot of it raw. Dock has a compound in it called oxalic acid, which is a big major part of the formation of kidney stones in the body. So definitely don't want that. You can eat them more often and in larger amounts if you boil them and change the water 3 or 4 times, cooking them down, which will leach a lot of that oxalic acid out of them. They're used in salads. You can't, like I said, you can't eat them raw. Just don't go crazy on them. Eat them 3 meals a day every day. And can be cooked down as a green. There's another thing that we call weeds. Like it's right here, food right under our noses. Another thing very abundant in our yard and most yards around here is white clover. See the little 3 leaves on them, very easy to identify clover. Later on in the year they get little white flowers on them. Now the flowers, they can be dried and used to make flour. If you have a whole big bunch of them. But the The clover itself, at this point, like right now, can just be eaten raw. Just throw it in your salad. Use it as a munchie as you're out and about. But most yards around here have clover mixed in with the grass because at one time most yards around here were pasture fields on farms years ago, so the clover is still very abundant. One good thing about clover is it keeps the honeybees around. That's always a good thing as well. Now if you can't identify this wild edible, then you must live somewhere where there's a whole lot of concrete, and you should be able to know what it is then. I've never saw a yard, I don't think, that didn't have these in them. This is the everyday common dandelion. Big time nuisance if you're wanting a pure grass yard, because they're almost impossible to get rid of. They have such a long taproot, but they have many uses as well. The open flower you see there, they are used to make dandelion jellies, dandelion wines, many different things. Also found a recipe the other day to use them as little snacks. You can make up a batter similar to a pancake batter, dip them in it, fry them, and then drizzle them with maple syrup, powdered sugar, or whatever, and have you a little snack out of them. Now usually the most commonly eaten flowers are the little buds that haven't opened yet, and I'll try to get those in. Right there's one. Right there. Catch them before they open, throw them in a salad along with the greens that grow around the plant. I'm probably going to have to break one of those off to get it to show up good. We'll try to find it in the camera here. There we go. That's a dandelion green. It's a good and dirty one. It's like anything comes out of the garden, just wash it good first. But these can be cooked down, or they can just be made into a salad. Now the older they get, the more bitter they're going to get. So you would want to cook them down, leach them 3 or 4 times, and then eat them that way. But if you can catch them young, this time of year is the perfect time for it. You can just pick them up, throw them in a salad, make a salad of nothing but them and some hard-boiled eggs. It's very good, very good. Okay guys, there's just a few things, 4 I think it was, it's just out and about in your yard you can use to eat. I'm not talking about starvation setting in and eating, just throwing them in every now and again to be something different. Or to some it's not different, they eat them all the time and they are good. Look them up, check all your nutritional details on them and things. And with anything that you've not eaten before, especially wild edibles, be leery of them. You may be allergic to something that somebody else is not. Do your research before you try them out. All kinds of recipes available online showing you the good ways to fix them. And make sure you wash everything well. And of course, if you've already sprayed your yard for weeds and you've sprayed those things, don't eat them then. That's just common sense there. Thank you guys for walking around the yard with us a little bit today, seeing some things that we can munch on, and I believe we're going to go make us a salad right now. Y'all take care.
Will the circle be unbroken by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, I told that